Hello! Happy Monday! Welcome to another weekly reading vlog. It is 2 weeks until Christmas! Sat in front of my Christmas tree. I have all my presents wrapped underneath it. I am very excited. This is my last full week at work. I'm saying full because on Friday I finish early for our virtual Christmas party, but that is kind of still work related, so this is my last full week at work, and then next week I only work the first 3 days of the week, and then I am off Thursday and Friday for Christmas. I absolutely love Christmas Eve personally. I really enjoy the build up and that moment before you've had all the excitement of Christmas. I just really enjoy that and all the traditions and things. So for me, Christmas Eve is always a really special, fun day. So I always like to have that off of work. Do you prefer Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Let me know, because honestly, as much as I love everything on Christmas Day, I just love the anticipation on Christmas Eve. Also, the tradition that we have in our family is that every Christmas Eve we go to a really lovely Chinese restaurant. Now, that restaurant is no longer in the town that my family lives in, so we don't go to that specific one, but we're going to a different one this year, which will hopefully be really nice. We didn't get to go last year, obviously, because of lockdown, so I'm really hoping that the rules allow us to go this year, because everything is a little bit up in the air at the moment in England and is causing me high levels of anxiety and OCD things. It's a bit of a stressful time in my brain at the moment. I'm really hoping this week I can go to a walk-in centre and get my booster vaccine. I don't know if that's a realistic aim or not, but from today, anyone from my age group can go and get their walk-in booster, and from Wednesday you can actually book it with the NHS. So I'm really hoping I can get that quite soon so I can just have it done and it's out the way, because that is something that I think would make me feel a lot better. So other than hopefully getting my vaccine this week, I have other plans as well. One being going to see Spider-Man on Wednesday, which I am really hyped for. This is Spider-Man No Way Home. I will be giving absolutely no spoilers in this video, but oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. I feel like we've been waiting for this one for so long, and yeah, I cannot wait. Also, I'm really pleased because I think I've said in another video that one of the things I'm anxious about is being in a really busy cinema that's going to be full because it's on opening day. And yes, I put myself in this situation, but I'm sat in the corner and the back row with my stepdad, so I won't be sat next to anybody. I'm making him do that. But I checked the screen to see how busy it was yesterday, and there is a seat free in front of me, one single seat, so there's currently nobody in front of me, and the seat next to my stepdad is currently also free as a single seat. Now I know that single people could come in and sit in those seats, but hopefully they remain free so we don't actually have anyone within the vicinity of us, which would make me feel even better. So that's happening on Wednesday. I'm hoping on Saturday that Ava will be coming down to see me and we'll be doing a little bit of Christmas shopping, which should be nice. I have done all my Christmas shopping, but I know she wants to pick up a couple of bits and have a little bit of an experience doing that herself, so hopefully she'll be able to come down and do that with me on Saturday. Tonight, and yes, this order makes no sense chronologically, but tonight I'm going to be taking part in my Patreon reading sprints, hosting my Patreon reading sprints for Motivate Your Monday, which always starts my week off well. And then yeah, just a couple of other bits throughout the week really. I'm going for dinner with my friends on Thursday night as a little Christmassy dinner thing, just a Pizza Express, very exciting, I know. And yeah, that's it for like rigid plans. Reading wise, I'm currently reading Stay Another Day by Juno Dawson. I am 130 pages into this and I am enjoying this. This is a YA contemporary following 3 siblings as they come back home for Christmas. There is drama, there is a love triangle-y thing going on. There is, I think, gonna be a big blow up of all of the drama that's happening. I think there's gonna be some kind of big moment of everything coming out and everyone's secrets being spilled, and I am ready for it. It's feeling suitably cozy and festive. The traditions that this family have for Christmas is making me feel really nostalgic of my own traditions and very cozy and very Christmassy. This is also doing a fantastic job of talking about flaws within society and talking specifically about this family being a middle-class family and the privilege that comes with that, but picking apart that privilege and talking about it very openly and honestly, and how that can change things and how that can affect things. So it's really interesting from that perspective, as well as just being a really good festive read with drama in it. So really enjoying this one. If I do finish that this week, which obviously I'm hoping to, I will hopefully move on to the Christmas Murder Game by Alexandra Benedict. This has been dubbed as like the must-read Christmassy thriller of 2021, so I don't want to ignore that recommendation. It's not too long, so I'm hoping that maybe I should be able to get through both of these this week. I don't know, but this follows our main character who is involved in this Christmas game in which there is a lot more at stake than just it being a fun game, and there's actually her life at stake, and she wants to find out what happened to her mum who was killed years before, and the answers to that might lie within this game. So this one looks really intriguing as well. And I'm going to continue reading the Penguin Book of Christmas Stories. I've just been dipping in and out of this as and when. They're very cute, they vary in length as well, so there's some longer, some shorter stories, and they all have lovely moral messages, or not necessarily lovely, but they all have some kind of moral message to them. I'm also listening to the audiobook for Little Women still, which I am really enjoying. I'm actually hoping to finish that this week. I've got about 9 hours left in the audiobook, I think, so I would really like to be able to finish that this week so I can have that wrapped up just in time for Christmas, because for me, I've kind of been considering it a Christmassy read, I think, but I have so many books left on my TBR still I want to read before Christmas, so yeah, the pressure to get them read, but also the excitement to read them all because I cannot wait. So yeah, welcome to the vlog, happy Monday, I really hope you're going to enjoy it. I feel like if I really tried I could finish this book tonight, but also I don't want to rush it. I have about 100 pages left and I am really loving this. There is a lot more in this than I thought would hit me in a certain place. There is a character with OCD, and I often avoid books with OCD because I have OCD and I find that sometimes I can pick up new OCD traits slash tics from reading about other people that experience them, and for that reason I just kind of avoid them. Wasn't aware of that going into this book. However, the way it's been done is probably one of the best ways I have seen OCD written. I think Deirdre Sullivan writes certain traits of OCD slash anxiety extremely well as well, but Juno Dawson has done a brilliant job of conveying an actual real representation of OCD, and even addresses the idea of the stereotypical kind of tidying thing of some people say they have OCD and they actually don't, and how that kind of diminishes from people who actually have OCD. Not that tidying and that kind of thing isn't a form of OCD, but some people will kind of just group things stereotypically, and that really takes away from people who do actually experience OCD and have it quite controlling. And one of the things this book says is, I am not my thoughts, and I think that's really brilliant, because right now my thoughts are very much controlling me with my OCD, with COVID, and my anxiety's there. And I just, one of the things the characters that they experienced was exactly the kind of thing I have experienced thought process wise, and I have never read anything quite like that I can empathise with in quite that way. So for that reason, this has already gone deeper than I thought it would for me, and I thought that was really powerful. I really, really did. It's kind of left me a bit lost for words, to be honest, but brilliant. I was reading on my Patreon reading sprints and I got like 100 and something or other pages read and just was completely absorbed. So I'm gonna go get ready for bed now, get all cozy, and then I'm going to read a little bit more of this. I'm gonna try and have, I think I'd be on an early night, but I'm gonna try not have like a crazy late night, because I think my brain just feels a bit exhausted from anxieties over COVID stuff at the moment. And I think I'm just gonna try and absolutely channel everything positive that I can, which is what I did when COVID was first becoming a thing in our lives. I just tried to be absolutely as positive as possible, which is where keep smiling and stay positive comes from, that I end my videos with. So I think that's a coping mechanism for me, and whilst there may be stresses and things in my head that are causing me anxieties, I think the best thing I can do is stay as positive as I can. And things like seeing a lot of people say, oh, we're going to be in lockdown over Christmas, we're not going to be able to see our families, and whether or not that's true, which I really hope it isn't, and I don't think it will be true for several reasons. I don't think that the government can afford it. I don't think that they can afford to put people on furlough again, and I don't think our economy would survive it. But anyway, like, I just don't think that they'll get it passed. Either I think too many people will say no after the Christmas parties the governments have had last year. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. There are so many people saying we're not going to be able to see our families for Christmas and stuff, and whilst I would still be in a support bubble, so I would kind of still be able to see like some of my family, like my mum and my stepdad and sister obviously, which would be better than nothing at all, of course. I'm just finding those kind of messages really difficult to look at online, with people saying, oh, we're not going to be able to go and see family and it's going to be locked down over Christmas, because I live alone. It is tough. It is really tough. I don't live around the corner from my family. It's not like I can just nip over. So yeah, there's a lot of things to contend with there, but I feel all kind of reflective of it tonight and just trying to remember how to look after myself best, because that works differently for different people. Like, you know, something that would make you feel better might not necessarily do the same for someone else. So I've got to do the things that make me feel better and kind of look after my brain in that way and manage my own levels of anxieties / OCD. So yeah, anyway, got into that because this book talked about OCD and I thought it was really brilliant. So I can't wait to continue reading it and see what happens to the characters and see how this drama resolves itself. So really, really good book. Unexpectedly brilliant in ways that I just did not see coming. Obviously, that's what unexpected means. And now I'm gonna go get ready for bed. Hello, good morning. It is Wednesday. It is Spider-Man day. I'm seeing Spider-Man at 7 o'clock tonight. I'm so excited. So hi, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're enjoying the vlog so far. I don't really know what I filmed so far this week. Yesterday I attempted to try and go to a walk-in centre for getting my COVID booster, but both the walk-in centres in my town were not accepting walk-ins, so that kind of flopped. So I've managed to book for Sunday, which is, I don't want to say the word exciting because I don't like getting injections. I mean, who does? But it's good. It's hopefully something that will make me feel better with my anxiety and just generally obviously offer me protection. So yay, I am getting my vaccine, well, my booster on Sunday. Woo! Last night I finished Stay Another Day by Juno Dawson. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this. The start of this book felt like it was very much establishing who everybody was, the relationships, the kind of damage that had been done in the past to these relationships. The middle part of this felt like it was very much about healing and mental health, and then the latter part felt like it was more where the romance was setting in. I just really enjoyed it. There was some parts that I didn't necessarily want it to go down that route. One of the last things that happened, I wasn't necessarily thrilled with the route that went down. I would have rather seen it do something else, but it was still like a good conclusion. I found the mental health conversations really powerful in this. What I didn't expect was the OCD talk, as I think I've already spoken about in this vlog. It was very open and very honest and a very accurate, in my opinion, perception of OCD. OCD is often something that can be stereotyped, and that just adds to taking away from how severe it can be for people and how controlling it can be. And I think a lot of the time that can lessen the way that people take the information in if you tell them you've got OCD, and it can often be them being like, oh, me too, I'm just like that. And you're like, well, obviously fine if someone actually is just like that, but a lot of people just kind of say it because they think it's relatable and that they don't quite understand that there's a compulsion to it. And this talked about compulsion, which I think is often not the way OCD is talked about. Well, from what I see, it isn't. So I was really pleased to see that mentioned. We do have a character who has an eating disorder in this, so just to let you know that as a trigger warning if that is something you would be uncomfortable reading about. I found those scenes when there was more of a conversation around that incredibly powerful, and I think that journey was my favourite one to see in the book. It felt very emotional, and that storyline was kind of tied in somewhat with the OCD storyline. Not that was necessarily a storyline, but like a feature of the book. And those two together were just my favourite parts to read because it was really about healing and about how you are not your thoughts and you can have control over your thoughts, and it was just really beautiful. It felt really, really hard-hitting, and I think for that reason this book is one that will stick with me for quite a while in my head, not just for the kind of way that it dealt with mental health and the way the characters were, but also for the imagery of it. It just felt very cozy and visual to me, and I can just see it really clearly in my head. So I really love this. It's very Christmassy, very festive. It has a lot of serious topics being discussed in it, but it still balances it well with some humorous moments and has some really lovely romance moments in it as well. So I really enjoyed this. Just before bed, I started the Christmas murder game. I really didn't read much of this, but what's quite cool about this is that right at the start of it, it's actually got a game for the reader. So there's an anagram in each chapter that's an anagram of the different 12 Days of Christmas songs. So for example, A Partridge in a Pear Tree is the anagram for the first chapter. So somewhere in there is an anagram of The Partridge in a Pear Tree. And there's also hidden titles within this book as well of Christmas classic mysteries that this author really likes. So I think that's quite cool. I'm going to be honest and say I don't know if I'm actually going to sift through for anagrams because I feel like that would take away from the reading experience, but it feels like it's an interactive book already. I'm literally 5 pages in, which actually there's a lot more than that before you actually start reading the book. So I did read all the intro parts, but 1 chapter, 5 pages is as far as the page mark goes, how far in I am. And I'm enjoying this so far. I'm hoping it's quite a quick, speedy read because there are, I think, 2 more Christmas books I want to read, my Christmas Mysteries Completion and the Christmas Escape. So yay, hoping this is good. Obviously because I'm out tonight from 7, well before that because I'm going to obviously have to drive there, I am not going to really have much time for reading, I don't think. I don't know what time I'll get back, probably like 10:30 maybe. It's not the closest cinema to me, so I do have a little bit of a drive back. So those are my reading updates and my plan for the day. Tomorrow is my last full working day of the week, and then on Friday I have my work Christmas party, which is a virtual one. It's a murder mystery actually, so maybe this book will come in handy for that. I actually keep thinking it's Thursday, even though I know it's Wednesday, because Wednesday is Spider-Man Day, and today is Spider-Man Day, but here we are. I also finished wrapping all my Christmas presents finally last night. Had a couple more still to go, but I've had to package up some in boxes to ship to friends, so I think actually before I go to the cinema tonight I'm gonna nip into town and post those, but I'm done. I'm done. Apart from one thing that hasn't actually arrived yet. As soon as that arrives I will wrap it. My Christmas wrapping is done. Woohoo! Relief! So I've just received this box, which is huge. Like, this looks like it's a Christmas tree kind of size box. This is a hamper from work. I don't know what's inside it. We have a virtual Christmas party on Friday, and I think that this is going to contain the things that I need for that. So, let's open this absolutely massive box. Right. This is tall and heavy. I'm so confused. Like, what? In my head, a hamper is like a basket with things inside it. And yeah, this is intriguing me. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, let's see what's inside. I feel bad disturbing this, but also let's do it. Wouldn't it be really sad if this just all opened up and it was like, you're fired? I'm joking, it won't say that, but what, like, okay. A Christmas pudding and some fancy chocolates, caramel chocolates, and other things. This is elaborate. Right, I've unboxed the stack. There was a lot in there. I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to eat, but I feel like I've taken you along on this journey with me, so I needed to show you the end result. I am not a big fan of dark chocolate, and we have a huge bar of Lindt dark chocolate, which is sad. But there is some popcorn. There's some double salted caramel popcorn. There's a couple of biscuity kind of things. But then there's a lot of like nuts and jammy things. And I like jam, but not chili jam, which is what this is. So yeah, I have to say that this looks like something that should belong in a laboratory. I know it's like fruit and chopped up weirdness, but yeah, it's calling itself Fruit Gourmet, but it looks kind of laboratory worthy to me. So yes, here's this very strange hamper, and I'm now left with this. Okay, it's after work. I'm going into town to post some Christmas presents, pick something up quickly, and then I am going to the cinema. I mean, first I'm gonna go grab McDonald's, then I'm gonna go to the cinema. There's a couple of things happening, but then at 7 o'clock, I'm gonna be at the cinema. I'm so excited. Also, I just checked again and the seats next to and in front of us are still available. Like, there's one individual seat, so I'm really pleased about that because it means that I'm not quite so close to people, which helps my brain a little bit. But I'm so excited. I've avoided spoilers all day. I am buzzing for this. I am so buzzing. I will not give you any spoilers. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love it, but like, I'm not gonna say anything to you guys. No spoilers, don't worry if you haven't watched it by the time you're watching this vlog. Okay, right. Let's go watch Spider-Man! Hello, this is the face of somebody that went to see Spider-Man No Way Home last night and absolutely loved it. I wasn't even going to tell you what I thought of it, like whether I liked it or not, but I think saying I liked it and really enjoyed it is no spoiler. Like that just, it was probably given that I was going to really enjoy this film. I want to see it all over again. I want that experience of watching it for the first time again, but I am looking forward to seeing it again at some point soon. It was fabulous. That's all we're going to say. Moving on. I am now going to be attempting to get my booster at a walk-in clinic-y thing, whatever they're called, walk-in centre. Now I have booked mine for Sunday, but I am so anxious about everything around Christmas, and just getting it 3 days earlier means it's going to work 3 days sooner than when it would have worked had I've got it on Sunday, because it's like a 2-week wait until it works, I think. So I am going to try and get it now. Now I'm saying try because the vaccine centre is now open, the walk-in one that I couldn't get to earlier in the week when I tried is now open. It's a different centre and I don't know how busy it's going to be. So if I get there and it's like 4 hours queues, I'll wait until Sunday. But if I get there and it's like half an hour to an hour, I will wait and get vaccinated. So I'm going to do that. I've got my book as company. I'm bringing the Christmas Murder Game, which I haven't spoken to you about because I haven't really read much because I fell asleep when I told you last about it and then I went to the cinema. So yeah, I'm going out for dinner with friends tonight, so I also won't read much, but if I have to queue for a while today, then I will. I have a feeling it's going to be really busy and I'm not going to be able to wait in it, but I'm going to give it a go, so let's try. Lol, that failed. Yeah, did not get a walk-in appointment, and instead, I'm going to make myself a sandwich. I drove for about 20 minutes to get where I was going, and then I got there and they said it was a 3-hour wait, which means that loads of people are getting vaccinated, so that's great, but I was not going to wait for 3 hours. I do have my appointment on Sunday. I just want to see if I get it a little bit quicker. So I'm not mad, that's fine. I just wanted to give it a go and try. So now I'm going to make a sandwich. I'm just going to do just a ham and crisp sandwich. Yes, ham and crisps, because the texture of the bread and then the crunch of the crisps, it's just good. Do you put crisps in your sandwiches? Ideally, I would go for a cheese and crisp sandwich, but we have ham that needs eating. So I'm going to just make myself a sandwich, get back to work, and just stick with my Sunday appointment slot. I tried. Hello, it is Friday and I feel like I've been shit at updating you at the latter part of this week, but I read a little bit of the Christmas Murder Game last night. I'm not getting into this and I don't know why. Like, I think it's literally just because I haven't really sat down to read it properly and no fault of the books, but also at the moment a couple of things are happening and I'm like, what? So the main character is playing this game to find out who murdered her mum, except she didn't know that her mum was murdered until literally just now, at the start of the book. And I'm like, if I found out that happened after thinking one thing my whole life and then realising it was another, I feel like that would take some serious readjustment in your head to be like, oh right, okay. And that would probably make you feel quite shit, probably quite emotional, and there would be some reactions. And our main character just hasn't really reacted to it, and I don't know if it's a case of it sinking in and she hasn't really had a chance to process it yet, but I don't know, it just feels really weirdly stilted in terms of the fact that it's almost just trying to get to the point where the adventure-y action thrilleriness starts, if that is how this is going to go, or if it's just going to be kind of mystery based. I don't know, but it feels like it's just trying to push through to that point at the moment rather than actually addressing the fact that this main character has been living her whole life thinking one thing and actually another thing's happened. And also, we don't really get any context for what the main character's been doing with her life. I just don't really feel like I know her. She's just been plonked into the setting. The best bit so far was when she nearly hit a deer on her drive to the venue that she's going to. This is literally like page 2, and she swerves and doesn't hit the deer and avoids it, and it's like this horrible moment of like, oh shit. That was the best part because it was the most relatable part, because I drive country roads at night and there are a lot of deers around and you have to swerve and you have to like be constantly vigilant and obviously safe as a driver, but that was the most relatable part for me in this book so far. So yeah, I don't know, I just haven't really got into it yet. I'm 27 pages in. I am really not read much. I was on page 5 like 2 days ago. This is poor. I'm gonna read more tonight because I think I'm gonna be filming like an evening reading vlog, but I hope that it does grab me in. I just don't really have enough yet to go on. Obviously, I'm 26 pages in. I have my work Christmas party in an hour and 15 minutes. It's virtual and it's going to be a murder mystery, which I'm quite looking forward to. A cocktail making thing, which I'm not bothered by. I like cocktails, but I only like a certain few and they all have vodka included. They've sent us it through. Not a big fan of vodka, not a big drinker anyway. And a lot of people in drinking environments tend to hold issue with that and try and think they can be the one to peer pressure me to drink. And I'm like, it's not gonna work, guys. I like a drink, I just don't like a large amount of drinks, and in terms of like scale but also quantity of drinking. So yeah, I've been like this my whole adult life. They're not gonna change my mind. So hopefully I can just kind of breeze over that part, and then we have a quiz after that, which I do enjoy a good quiz. So yeah, that's my day, kind of, and then that one finishes at 6, and then I think I'm gonna do a cozy evening reading vlog, as I said, for my final Vlogmas day, which is gonna be out on Christmas Eve. So that's the plan. I hope you're enjoying this vlog so far. Hopefully I can get a bit more of this read. Hello, it is Friday evening. I finished work, finished my Christmas party. It was quite good. We did a quiz that I came third in out of the company, so that was good. I like a good quiz. I'm really looking forward to doing my Patreon quiz, which is on Tuesday next week, the 21st. I'm really looking forward to doing that. There's gonna be like lots of different things in it, but it's a Christmas party with a quiz. And do you know what? I've just realised something. I've had a revelation and I need to come to this vlog to address it, because it's a stupid revelation. You know when you just know something's wrong, but you keep saying the wrong thing anyway, even though you know it's the incorrect thing. So I was just looking at the comments on my latest video, which, oh God, what even is the latest video? A Christmas weekend or something like that? Like my festive weekend, I think that's what it is. And a couple of comments have pointed out a mistake I've made, and I'm like, what? Why have I made this mistake? I know this isn't the right answer, so thank you to anyone that's pointed it out. I know I'm wrong. So I'm reading Little Women at the moment, and I don't even know if I've said this in this video. I reckon I have said it in this video. I don't know. I know Little Women is written by Louisa May Alcott, but yet I keep saying Little Women is written by Jane Austen. I don't know why I'm doing this. Here's a copy. There's the author's name. It's not in focus. Louisa May Alcott, not Jane Austen. I know this. I keep saying it's Jane Austen. Why? Why am I doing this? I have no idea. So basically, if you've watched any videos from me in the past and I have said that Little Women is by Jane Austen, I know that's not right. Apparently I just think it should be. Honestly, what is wrong with my brain? It's like my mouth moves faster than my brain actually thinks things. So yeah, that's what's happening. Anyway, I'm gonna be reading, not Little Women tonight, but this thing here, which I still haven't made any progress since I last spoke to you. So this update is literally just me telling you that I have multiple times said the author of this book wrong, and I will accept my silly person crown now. So yeah, happy Friday evening. Hello, it is 1 week until Christmas. It is Saturday. Hi, how are we all doing? Today I have a really nice day planned. I have got Ava being dropped with me soon by my mum. We're gonna go into town. We're gonna do a bit of Christmas shopping. I am aware it is a week before Christmas. I finished all my Christmas shopping. It's even wrapped, but Ava wanted to get a couple of bits for my mum and for her dad, my stepdad, and I said I would take her in for that, so we're gonna do that. Don't know what to expect the week before Christmas in town, but I do live in a town, so we will be walking in, so we don't have to worry about finding a parking space at least. But I am fully prepared for that to be absolute mania, but we will be absolutely as safe as possible and avoid the heavily crowded areas. So hopefully that'll be really good fun, and just generally having her here for the morning / afternoon will be really nice. So that's gonna be really good. And then tonight I am gonna, after I've dropped Ava kind of midway home, my mum will pick her up the rest of the way. I'm not just gonna like abandon her on the side of the road. But after I've dropped her midway home, I am then joining Brit from Basically Brit's birthday live show. I've been invited on to join that, which is gonna be really exciting. So it's all gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good day, I hope. Reading wise, I have been reading quite a bit of this last night. I remember speaking to you about it yesterday when I was 25 pages in. I'm now 200 pages in, and honestly, do not go into this if you have this on your TBR thinking that it's going to be an amazingly written book, because it's not. It's a fun book, and I am enjoying it, but it's not written particularly well. It's like the author has tried to grab everything from every murder mystery set at Christmas time ever and put it into this storyline. We're following our characters trying to find 12 different clues, to find 12 different keys to win this game. And that every time they have a clue, it's like exactly the same thing happens. The clue has like an obvious answer and then a more hidden answer. And it's always the more hidden answer that's the correct answer. And like most of the people involved go for the obvious answer and like just immediately run to like that location that they think is the obvious choice. Whereas our main character thinks about it a bit more and tries to work it out more. And it's like every time that's happening, and I'm like, guys, are you not going to clock on that maybe it's not the obvious answer? It just feels repetitive at the moment, and in that sense not very well written, so that's annoying. Also, the main character is super flaky and has a bit of a victim complex going on about her. She keeps having to be saved or assisted by men, and that is bugging me. There was even a scene where she couldn't get a cork out of a wine bottle, and there was like a whole paragraph about how she was struggling with that, and I'm like, okay, all right, she's not really got much gumption to her. She doesn't really feel like she's got anything interesting about her, to be honest. She's just kind of there as a device to further the plot, I feel, which obviously is what characters do, but she's just not really giving me anything interesting to follow as a character. Aside from all of that though, it is a mystery. I am enjoying the murder mystery element of it. There's been a couple of cheesy lines where I've been like, oh, that's so cheesy, but at the same time it's kind of made me laugh with how cheesy it is, so I suppose in that sense it's achieved entertainment for me. So really, as I said, if you've got this on your TBR, do not expect amazing writing, because it doesn't have it. But it's a kind of fun Christmas mystery. It's what I wanted it to be. I just wanted it to be a little bit better written, but it's entertaining me. I'm not enjoying it. It's probably gonna be a solid 3 stars, but it's fun for the festive period. I'm hoping I can finish this maybe later today. I mean, it did not take me long to read the 200 pages last night, and I've only got 130 or something left, I think, 145. So I definitely think I should be able to finish this today. Maybe, I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing in between dropping Ava and then going on Brits Live, so hopefully reading. But if not, I will be finishing it tomorrow. I have my booster tomorrow, so I will have the kind of wait to go and get that, and then the wait after that, so I will be bringing this with me if I haven't finished it by then. If I have finished it by then, I have other Christmassy books to pick from. I think I will go for the Christmas Escape next, which is an adult contemporary romance, which is not what I normally go for, but at Christmas time, apparently I'm okay with them, so that's the plan. Hello, it's me and Ava. We have done a day of Christmas shopping. Have you got all your Christmas shopping done now?
Yeah.
Nothing like leaving it till the week before Christmas, is there?
No.
No, you could have been more prepared, I feel. Could have been more prepared, but it was successful. Ava is dressed with the Titanic vibe today. She's found these rather lovely old gloves that we had back at home and has been wearing them today.
They're more than 40 years old.
They're more than 40 years old, being all fancy and Titanic. But I'm going to go drop Ava back now with Mum, aren't I?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to come home and go on Brits Live. It's been a good day. Have you had fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you looking forward to Christmas? It's 1 week to go. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, well, I'll catch up with you guys when I'm back later. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, it is, when is it? Saturday night. It's Saturday night. I have done the live with Brit and it was super fun. It was just nice to have a distraction for an hour and a half from everything. I have been reading as well, some of this. There's something that the main character has, like, that's a secret. It's a big secret. She doesn't want anyone to know. And like 3 people have found out what her secret is because she is so obvious with the secret and she just keeps doing the same thing that makes people find out about the secret. And I'm like, if you don't want anyone to know, just stop making it so obvious. I'm also getting a very, very, very small incest vibe, and I'm sure I'm wrong because this book is one that I've seen about the place and I've not seen any mention of incest. There's just a very close-knit situation going on and the way that the dynamic is between some of the characters, and I'm like, like, I'm so sure it's not going to go down that route, and I'm probably just being thrown a little bit for it, but it's just weird. It's just very weird. And I mean, I don't know if it's going to like turn out that one of them isn't actually biologically related, but I still think if you've been raised in that kind of a role and a position to each other, then you are still related and doesn't have to be biology. But yeah, I mean, it's really probably not going to go down that route. Please don't be listening to this thinking, oh, I'm not reading it if it's got incest in it. I don't think it does have incest in it. I think that I'm just reading it in a certain way that's making me feel like, that's relationships making me feel weirdly uncomfortable, but I can't quite place why yet. So hopefully that'll become clearer, but yeah. Yeah, I'm editing this video. It's the next day. I finished the book at 2 in the morning or something, at 1 in the morning on Saturday night, and this clip that you've just seen doesn't age well from having now finished the book. There are some weird relationships going on in this book, guys. There are some weird relationships. I have not seen anyone talking about this, which makes me think maybe I've got it wrong, but I don't think I have, so yeah. Also, massive issue with the fact that the characters' reactions are so delayed in this. Like, nobody reacts to the massive dramatic things that are happening. Nobody reacts to this weird thing that's happened. Very weird. But now I finished it, I can say that it was really bad, but also really good. Like, you know when you watch The Princess Switch because you know it's bad, but it's also good? It's like that kind of level. Yeah, that's my best summary. So I'm gonna let Past Beth take it back over now, but it was an experience. I messed up with the face with it. This is going well. This has been my weird bleh. This has been my weird read of the end of the week. What did I read at the start of the week? Stay Another Day. That was really good. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave this now because I feel like I've given enough of my thoughts. I genuinely would be interested to hear people's thoughts on this because I just feel like it's one I want to talk to people about. It's an interesting reading experience for sure, as I think I've probably made quite clear. I'm going to go take my makeup off shortly. I was considering going to see Spider-Man again tomorrow. There was a showing at 10:45 that had nobody booked into it last night. I just checked again today and now it's half full, so I think I'm going to pass because I just don't want to risk it. So I'm going to just go get my booster. I think I'm going to go for a walk after I've got my booster, so yay, Sunday. But I really hope you've enjoyed this vlog. If you have, do please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you've been reading this week. Subscribe to see more of my face on your feed. And you will also find my Patreon link down below, where we are doing a Patreon party on Tuesday the 21st. Woo! Very exciting. Thanks so much for watching. Keep smiling, stay positive, and Merry Christmas.